supposed to preserve Tibetan culture and religion. Tibetans felt increasingly oppressed, which led to an uprising on March 10, 1959.
A similar rally was also held in Taiwan today. The Tibet uprising forced the Dalai Lama and his followers into exile in India. China claims Tibet is part of its territory.
Here in Toronto, a large line of people marched down the street to honor the occasion.
The demonstration began in Parkdale and ended at Young Dundas Square. CTV's Miranda Anthistle reports.
Tibetan flags raised high and voices even higher. Thousands marched through the downtown core. The crowd gathering at Young and Dundas Square to mark the 60th anniversary of the Tibetan national uprising.
Tibet was never! Tibet was never!
Speaking out against Chinese occupying forces in Tibet, Canadian Tibetans have a message to share.
No one has the freedom of rights that we in Canada take for granted, and it's a privilege for us to be here. So we think it's important as Canadians and Tibetans to stand up and speak for those who cannot stand for themselves.
Through prayer and chanting, the crowd marked the symbolic date of March 10th. 60 years ago, tens of thousands rose up in Tibet against China's rule. Every year since, Tibetans across the globe have continued the protest through marches and rallies.
We stand with Tibet. The Tibetan struggle is a human rights struggle, a struggle for dignity and freedom, and we stand with the Tibetan people.
And remember the Tibetan people who took their own lives in protest. More than 100 coffins were made to symbolize the many deaths, marchers carrying them through the streets.
To honor those who have given up their own lives to speak up for the freedom of their people under China's oppression.
Stop the killing!
Making their voices heard and calling for a free Tibet. Miranda Anthistle, CTV News.
Turning to sports tonight, the Toronto Raptors